Hi, it's Andrea here from mackandnorm's YouTube channel. I'll be showing you how to make my Vietnamese coconut jelly cakes. These are the ones I recently did for my sister-in-law's dessert table. Ingredients for one batch of coconut jelly are listed here. You can also find it in the description of this video. I'll be making 2 batches in total, so you'll be needing to double all the ingredients here. You'll also need different containers, cake pans, jelly molds. I'm using 2 heart cake tins, a round cake pan and a round glass bowl, and 2 jelly molds, all roughly about 8 inches wide. The smaller heart tin is about 6 inches wide. These fancy molds you can get from an Asian grocery store. You can probably track them down in your local area for a few dollars each as well. You'll also need food colours, which you can get from your local supermarket, and letter cutters if you want to put a message on your jellies. Containers and spoons for mixing, and a plate for pouring shallow thin jelly to cut your letters out of later. In a big pot with a whisk, add 3 cans of coconut cream, each can being 400 ml each. Add equal amounts of water. You can use the cans to measure this out, or a big measuring jug. Then add 2½ cups of sugar and mix. You can adjust the sugar to your own taste. Bring the mixture to a boil and let it simmer for about 5 minutes for everything to dissolve. Make sure you whisk everything as well. Now we're going to add in the setting agent. In this case, it's an Agar Agar Powder food additive. You can get this from an Asian local grocery store as well for about $2. Whisk in the mixture and bring it to boil, taking care not to overboil the mixture and then spilling it. Let it simmer for about 5 to 10 minutes to make sure everything is dissolved. Then remove it from the heat. You can then pour it into your containers and then add in your food colours and mix through. For smaller colour quantities, you can use smaller bowls. The rest of my jelly I'm going to pour into my large heart-shaped cake tin, and I'm going to colour that with red as I'm making it a 2-tone heart colour, and I need the red to set first before I pour the second colour in. Okay, so I'm going to go onto my fancy molds. All I'm doing here is looking for the shallowest part of the mold and then pouring in my colours. I'm just spooning the colours in here. Before I lay any other layers on, I just got to make sure that it's slightly set if it's going on top of a colour, so it doesn't all blend in together. Here I am pouring in some of the colours. This is like the pink colour, and I'm pouring in the purple here. If it starts to set, as you can see in the bowl there, it has, just mix it up and then pour it in. Just doing the final colours for this particular mould, and then just letting it set aside to set as I move on to my second mould. You can see here the green has started to set. I'm just mixing it up a little bit before I start pouring into the green section of this mould. If you do have any spills, just mop it up with a little bit of tissue. You can see me do that coming up in the next few seconds here. Also, if you're liking this tutorial, please also click that subscribe button up there for more tutorials. And also throw me a comment, let me know what you guys are thinking in regards to this video as well. I'm pouring in the second colour of this rose mould here right now, and then cleaning up any spill as I go. I'm doing my third colour for this mould, the orange. I'm just pouring into the sides as it's easier to pour in instead of spooning this particular section. Now I'm letting it set for about a couple of minutes. My excess jelly I'm pouring into the plate so that I can cut out letters later on for my message. And here I am pouring out the jelly onto the mould. It's already set, the first layer of jelly. I'm slowly pouring on top so that I don't spill it. You can see there's a few little lumps here and there because the jelly's already started setting on me, but that doesn't matter. Once you pour it all in, you won't even notice it. Here is the second colour that I'm pouring onto the rose mould. I lifted it up just to show you that the jelly has set, or mostly set, and now I'm just pouring in the final layer. With my excess yellow, I'm just going to pour into the plate as well so that I can use that to cut out my letters for later. Now I've moved on to my second batch of jelly, which I'm going to pour into my big containers, and then I'm going to use my food colours to mix the colours through. Now with the big heart, I'm actually going to pour the second layer now, which is the orange. The red has already set, so now I've poured the orange on, and now I'm going to leave all my jellies to set for several hours or overnight. Okay, so I'm going to take the jellies out now. All I'm using is a little sharp knife or a spatula to loosen the sides of the jelly, and then I'm going to just put it over my plate, and then hopefully it will come out cleanly like that. Onto my second mould. This is the fruit one. just showing you the back, and then again using a small knife or a spatula, just putting it in, loosening up the edges, and then flipping it out onto your plate. And that's what it should look like. So now I'm just going to move on to my other tins. I've poured out the big love heart. As you can see, it's 2 tones there. Then I'm going to take out my smaller love heart. I'm using just a little bit of Glad wrap to help me hold it. Now with the blue one, I'm just going to pop that out as well using a small knife. And then it's going to be the base layer of my rose mould. I've just taken out the green jelly, and that's going to be the base of my fruit mould. Now onto the heart-shaped one, we're going to use letter cutters to cut out our thin jelly that we did before on the plates, our message, and then we're going to use those letters to make a message on the heart-shaped jelly. And there you have it, that's the completed jellies. I think they look fantastic on any type of dessert table. Hope you guys like this particular tutorial, and let me know what you guys think as well. Bye for now, you guys take care. Don't forget to subscribe to mackandnorm's channel as well.